Hey everyone, it is Wednesday and it is Facebook Live. And we are really late today because we were out on some appointments, getting ready to, do some open houses on Sundays, so putting signs out, etc. So today's topic is, what if the house doesn't appraise that we put an offer in on? Okay, well, that can be a sticky situation. And I know I've been involved in transactions like that. So basically what happens, okay, we go through inspections. In the meantime, the lender sends everything off, so that the appraisal can happen. Because as per the agreement of sale, you have so many days, you have 7 days to make formal application to your lender, which means you're also going to give him the money for the appraisal. So this is all happening. And, maybe we've already negotiated out our inspections. And the appraisals happened, and all of a sudden I get a call, because usually if it's good news, I don't hear anything. So that's one of those times you don't want to hear that it's bad news. And I'll get a call and say, well, the property didn't appraise. Okay. So the first thing we do is we let the buyer know right away. The house didn't appraise. Then I contact the listing agent. And I've been on the listing side as well, but either or, we contact the other agent. And one thing that I've done is also contact the lender, and I know I've said, can I send some different comps? Can I get a copy of the appraisal? Can I see what they're using? Can I get some comps? Can I do this and send them to you? And a lot of the lenders will say yes, but 9 times out of 10, I don't see the appraisal change a whole lot. So we go that avenue first. We have the appraisal then put under review. And I don't know if I have any lender friends out there. Brad, if you're out there, Johnny Mateo, Andre, if you guys are out there, you can chime in how you handle it on the lender side. So, but anyway, these are the steps we take. Okay, so we've given those comps to the lender. We wait a little bit. He comes back to us and says, well, the appraisal's not going to change. Well, we've already been in contact with the other agent, so they know that this is going on. And at the end of it, we just say, okay, the buyer, have every right to now renegotiate, because you don't want to pay more than what it's worth. But if this was your absolute perfect house, and, that's something you have to consider. But at this point, we go back to the seller. And we say, okay, the house didn't appraise, so we want to purchase it for this price. And the seller can say yes or no. I'm going to say probably 80% of the time, the seller's going to say yes, because they want to sell their home. In their mind, their home is sold. They're probably already packing. Maybe this is contingent upon them buying another home, them selling the home that you're purchasing. So there's a lot of moving parts to this whole transaction. Your loan might depend on it appraising. If you're doing an FHA or a VA loan or a USDA type loan, they have to appraise at the contract price even if you're putting a certain amount of money down. It doesn't matter. And VA and USDA are 100% program. So if it's not appraising, there's a problem. Here's where the caveat is. If you've written seller assist in, so what's seller assist? Well, that's the money that's going to help you maybe pay towards your closing cost. If a property doesn't appraise and you've got seller assist lumped into that, the seller might say, well, I'll go to this price, but you're not getting that assist now. These are the things that you can run into. And at that point, you, the consumer, can walk away and get your deposit if we can't come to terms. But it does happen every so often. Our market here in State College, I think this year, I myself have not seen it except for one new construction. But that property was, a higher price property, and we had to work with the bank on that to help with some other comps, and, then they got another appraiser involved, and it did work out. But that was our only one. But last year we had a few. So it does happen. So these are the steps that we take when it comes to that. So it is a little scary. Sometimes properties don't appraise, but we, the real estate agent, do explain this to you when we're writing the offer. Hey, if this doesn't appraise, this is, you do have a way out. We can move on. So it's emotional, but we can get you through it. So if you have any questions about what we've discussed, or if any of the lenders want to chime in, maybe, on the post once we put this to our page, let us know. We'd be glad to try and answer any questions that we can for you. And we're always here. The Annette Yorks Group is here to answer any questions. We certainly want to help with your buying and selling needs. So thanks a lot, everyone, and we will see you next week. Have a great Wednesday.